Welcome in live. Wow, that was really loud. Welcome in live to Huff Park, Susie Moody Field for tonight's highly anticipated matchup of this Little League All-Star Tournament that we have been bringing you for the previous 2 days. It is the Jackson County All-Stars who are 2-0 in this tournament against the Harlan All-Stars who are 1-0 in this tournament. Sean Burnett is sitting next to me. I'm Andrew Williams. We are glad that you are joining along here with us. Sean, this is the matchup that we have been kind of anticipating and circling as we've looked at the schedule of this tournament.
You know, we're completely unbiased announcers, but the truth is we're from Harlan.
Correct.
So we kind of like to see Harlan play.
Yes.
So we've been waiting on this matchup. This is going to be a good one. And as we were looking at the bracket, there's a real good possibility that no matter what happens tonight, this exact matchup will happen again.
Yeah, there's a really good shot these two teams see each other again after tonight, and it'll be interesting to see how tonight goes, as that could be an indicator. This is a double elimination tournament, so it could be an indicator as to, you know, kind of who has the leg up. Here's what I would say about both teams. Yes, we are from Harlan. Harlan did a great job the other night against Hazard Perry. They were fantastic. But Jackson County's been one of the best teams in this tournament.
Without a doubt.
They have been fantastic in both of their appearances and have really, you know, just kind of rolled through both matchups. I'm interested in this matchup. One of the things that we've seen from the Jackson County teams is they have a lot of different options on the mound at pitcher. They've used 3 and 4 pitchers both games that they've played. And Harlan, that this is a different type of team that you're playing today. So I'm interested to see how Harlan deals with that. We were kind of talking about it yesterday, and, you know, one of the things that one of the Harlan coaches said to us was that they felt like that it would be helpful to them to play a pitcher that throws so many strikes. Jackson County throws a lot of strikes, and, if you see strikes, you're not chasing stuff. So
yes.
Jackson County's consistently going to do that. To me, the key to this game for both teams, can Jackson County keep their momentum going? They were hot at the plate. They've been good. Harlan, what do you do? Are you able to hit this pitching, and can you cover things up in the field? And I think that's going to be the key for both teams. We'll start a game off here with Kelsey Myers. She'll step to the plate. Number 12, J.C. Estridge is on the mound. And here comes our first pitch. It's in there, strike one. Beautiful pitch right down Broadway, 0-1 count. J.C. Estridge just started the last 2 games for Jackson County, and she started them off right. Don't think that she's even allowed a hit in the last 2 games. 0-1 pitch coming to Kelsey. Swung on a miss, strike 2. Kelsey finds herself down 0-2. Good energy here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
From
nice crowd, real nice crowd.
0-2 pitch on its way. Swung on a miss, strike 3. So 3 pitches, 1 out, a strikeout for J.C. Estridge. She sends Kelsey Myers down to the dugout swinging, and that'll bring up number 2, Avery Jenkins, who is behind the plate tonight.
I watched Avery in the batter's cage behind us warming up here before we started the broadcast. She was on in the batter's cage.
Yeah. Avery's a great player. Has had a good tournament here for the Harlan All-Stars. Great kid as well. Pitch coming to her. Swan hit right back to the pitcher. Pitcher can't get it. Shortstop picks it up, throws it over to first. That's out number 2. And that's the little things right there. You see that J.C. Estridge reaches out for it. She can't make the play, but a good play by, I think that was Kylie Martin, just runs and makes the play. And now quickly 2 outs for the Harlan All-Star team. And now Andrea Napier will come to the plate. Comes the pitch. Catches that outside corner, strike 1. 0-1. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Andrea finds herself down 0-2. J.C. Estridge looking to make quick work here of the Harlan All-Stars in the top of the first inning. Pitch coming. Little high ball, number 1. Go to 1 and 2. Estridge, man, like we've said before, you hear the pop when it hits the catcher's glove.
And she's got control. I don't doubt for a minute that ball was high on purpose. She thought she was going to swing at it.
She is extremely impressive. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. Jackson County makes quick work of the Harlan All-Stars in the top of the first inning. It's the middle of the first. We'll be right back here on Eastern Broadcasting. Welcome back. Middle of the first, 0-0 game. J.C. Estridge went 1-2-3 through the first three in the Harlan All-Star lineup. And now Jackson County's going to come to the plate. Zion Hardaway is going to be on the mound today for the Harlan All-Stars. She pitched against Hazard Perry and pitched a pretty good game the other night. Zion, the lefty, another great kid, one of my students at school. Happy to see her and several others out here playing this evening. It's always fun to get to watch kids that, you know, are a part of our school system out there on the field. For Jackson County, number 31, Kylie Martin will step in as the first batter of the game. First pitch coming real high, ball number 1. You know, Sean, one of the things that we were aware of the other night as well was that Harlan got off to a slow start in that Hazard Perry game.
Oh, yeah.
And that second pitch is out wide, ball number 1. Harlan got off to a slow start in the Hazard Perry game, and I wonder if that will continue tonight as Martin quickly has a good count on her end, 3-0. But I don't think that you can afford to start slow against this Jackson County
without
team.
a doubt.
Pitch is hit in the air. That's going to get down right over the shortstop's head. Andrea Napier can't come up with it. So that's going to be a leadoff single for Kylie Martin. And the leadoff runner is on for Jackson County. That's going to bring up number 7, Hannah Gabbard. She was one of our players of the game yesterday.
Yes. These young ladies are loving to get to come up and interview with you. It's
1 on, nobody out. It's hit quickly. Third baseman over there to get it. Throws the second, and not in time. Martin slides under the
that
throw
was
in
very,
time.
very close.
Yeah, I mean, she was safe, though. She got the foot in. Good call there by Darryl Wilson. So 2 on, nobody out as Gabbard gets an infield single. That's going to bring up the pitcher, number 12, J.C. Estridge, as Jackson County looking to get something going here early. First pitch, good pitch, in there for a strike. Strike number 1. 0-1 to J.C. Estridge. Pitch is hit hard down the left field line. That is curving. It's going to be foul.
Oh, that's about as close as you can get.
That was close to being trouble because Estridge teed off on that.
If I remember right, the last 2 games, that's where she places them, is right down that left field line.
So 0-2 count to Estridge, swung on, hit in the air. Andrea Napier tries to get to it. She cannot. It's a bloop single. Martin's going to round third. She's heading for home. Throw comes into center field. Zion Hardaway turns around, and Jackson County is on the board as Jackson County quickly 3 singles and a run batted in. They lead this one 1-0, and now the plate will be number 3, Maddie Messer. They have quickly gotten on the board. First pitch is high, ball number 1, as Avery Jenkins pops up, and she's looking to push those runners back to first and second. Danger zone here early for the Harlan All-Stars. There's 2 on and nobody out. Pitch coming. It's hit hard right up the middle. That's going to get past the pitcher and the second baseman. Jackson County runner rounds third, heading home, and that is the second run of the game. Gabbard crosses the plate. Maddie Messer with an RBI, 2-0 quickly here for Jackson County. 4 singles already. Next person up to bat will be number 4, Kinley Judd. Pitch coming. Swung on, hit. Little swinging bunt. Zion runs over to get it, throws the third. That throw's not going to be in time. And that's going to be a little swinging infield single. So now bases are loaded, and that's going to bring up number 8, Tilly Truitt.
Tilly's a hard hitter.
She barely hit that off. I mean, the last batter barely hit that off the end of the bat. It's just hard to get for Zion Hardaway. So first pitch is coming. It gets past Avery Jenkins. Runner's going home, and that's going to be another run scored as J.C. Estridge crosses the plate. And it's now 3-0 Jackson County. So now runners go to second and third. 2 runners in scoring position. Still nobody out. Number 8, Tilly Truitt, still at the plate. Next pitch coming. It's hit in the air. It's hit
That's
deep.
a good hit.
Center fielder runs underneath it. Nobody's going to get there. 1 run's coming in to score. Tilly Truitt rounds first, going to second, slides in, and they're going to send the other runner. Throw comes to home. She's going to retreat and go back to third. Good throw there by Andrea Napier, but another run scores.
You have to give Jackson County credit for the attention that they're paying. Real heads-up moves here. You know, a lot of runners would have come on home, but she had enough foresight to see where that was and stop before she came right into it.
So 2 on, nobody out still here. That brings up Marley Coffey. Pitch coming to Marley. It's in the dirt. 1-1. Is that what we have that as?
Yep.
Ball, 1 strike. Okay.
Counts 1-1.
Coffey will step back in. Still nobody out. 4-0. Jackson County leads. Pitch coming. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. No, they're saying that's strike 3. They'll throw down to first. That's out, but a runner's going to score.
Yeah, we were right. That was just 2 strikes.
1-2. Yeah.
Yep. So that was not the 3rd strike. Counts 1-2 now.
So that is not an out. So now the count will be 1-2. We'll come back.
No
here.
outs on the board.
Little confusion there. Nobody out. 1-2. Pitch coming to Marley Coffey again. That one's low in the dirt. Evens up the count at 2-2. Nice job there by Avery Jenkins to block that. Two and 2 count. Pitch coming. It's outside. Full count. 3-2. Marley Coffey will step back in. 3-2 pitch. High and inside. Ball number 4. So that'll load the bases for Jackson County. That's going to bring up number 10, Hadley Stewart, to the plate. Hadley had an inside the park home run 2 games ago. Now she's got a chance with the bases loaded and nobody out to stretch this lead out for Jackson County. First pitch coming to Hadley. It's outside. Ball number 1. 1-0. Simon Pierce back in. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, hit hard. That's a single. It's going to get down. 1 run across the plate. Center fielder can't make it. They're going to cross in another run, and they're going to send this 3rd runner. Zion having a hard time getting to it. 3 runs across the plate, and it's a bases clearing double for Hadley Stewart. And now Jackson County stretches this lead out 7-0 here, still with nobody out in the 1st inning. And that's going to bring up number 41, Kaylee Ann Yount. And there have been some hard hit balls by Jackson County in this 1st inning. First pitch is outside. Ball number 1. This is an impressive team, Sean.
Yes, very.
Pitch on the way. Swung on, hit foul. It was hit hard. Just hit foul there by Yount. 1-1 count. Runner standing on second. 7-0 game. Pitch coming. Tying inside. Ball number 2. Two one. Here comes the 2-1. Inside, but Yount turns on it. Hits it foul.
I think if she hadn't have swung, that one was going to hit her.
Yeah, probably hit her. She still hit it hard. 2-2. As the Harlan All-Stars are still trying to get their first out of this inning. 2-2 pitch coming. It's outside. Full count. Runner, pass ball. Runner's going to go to 3rd. Hadley Stewart did. So full count to Yount. She steps back in. Pitch coming. It's hit foul. Yount battles and stays alive. Comes a 3-2. Tying inside. Ball number 4. And Yount will walk down to first. That will bring up number 27, Josie Scalf.
She's got a nice tattoo on her arm there.
First pitch to Scalf. It's high and outside, ball number 1. And Yount's going to take second, uncontested. So Scalf will step back in. 1-0 count. Runners on second and third in scoring position here for Jackson County. Pitch comes. Swinging to miss, strike 1. Good pitch there by Zion. Comes a 1-1 to Scalf. It's hit in the air. Shortstop. Good job there by Andrea Napier running under that and getting it there for the first out of the inning. Good job there by Andrea. Fantastic catch. That'll bring up number 22, Carmen Yount. So still 2 runners in scoring position for Jackson County. They only have 1 out towards 7 here in the first. First pitch, Carmen. See it foul, backing out of play. Carmen will step back in. Pitch coming. It's outside, ball number 1. Here comes the 1-1. Flowing in the dirt. Avery Jenkins tries to block it. They're going to send Stewart home. Avery throws it over. No, there's not going to be a throw over. And that'll be another run scored there for the Jackson County All-Stars as they extend this one out 8-0. Jackson County very aggressive on the base paths. Any pass ball they're running. So 8-0, 2-1 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Yount steps back in. Pitch on its way is high. Makes it 3-1. Hitters count as Jenkins looks the runner off, gets her to retreat back to third. Here comes the 3-1. It is way high and inside. That's going to be over the catcher's head, and another runner is going to score for Jackson County to make it 9-0. Carmen Yount will go down to first. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup. So now Jackson County is batted around. That'll bring up number 31, Kylie Martin. She started this whole thing off here with a single early on, and now she's right back getting to hit again. As
we're going to switch pitchers, looks like.
Yeah, they're going to make a change here. They're going to take Zion out, and they are going to put Kelsey Myers in on the mound.
54 headed out to center field. That will be.
I don't have a 54. I have a 5. I thought it looked like 5.
Is it just 5? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's Maddie Helton. Will go to center field. They'll bring in number 11, Blakely Snell, into second for Kelsey's spot. So, just not the start you wanted here.
I mean, you can't help. You get down 9 points. It's gonna jar you. It's gonna get to you mentally.
Yeah, I mean, this is tough. But, I mean, listen, like we said, this Jackson County team is a very tough team.
Yes.
They are fantastic. Both these teams are fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
You know, absolutely, 100%. I mean, but this is just one of those times where Jackson County, their bats are hot tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're hitting the ball well. And sometimes that happens.
It does.
It's just part of it, you know. And now, if you're the Harlan All-Stars, you got to understand that there's a lot of game left.
Oh, yeah.
You want to get out of this inning. You know, if you can get out of this inning and not giving up another run, you feel like that's something you can build on. And then you got to try to get your way back into this game slowly. Yep. It can't happen, you know. It's not going to happen. Well, it's not going. I'm sorry, it can happen. I'm saying it's not going to happen quickly.
Yeah.
It's just going to, like, you got to slowly. You don't got to go get 9 runs in the top of the second inning. The key here is getting out of this one without giving up another run. So.
Got 1 out on the board, so
So now Kelsey's ready. Kylie Martin will step in. Runner over on first. First pitch coming. It's high. Runner's going to go to second. Nice throw down by Avery Jenkins. She gets her. Fantastic throw by Avery Jenkins there to get the runner at second. That's the second out of the inning and a huge play for the Harlan All-Stars.
And if you noticed before that happened, the catcher motioned to the shortstop there. It's coming. Get ready.
Second pitch is high. Ball number 2. 2-0 count. Pitch is hit hard. It's pulled. Hit foul. So 2-1. Here comes a 2-1. Inside, Martin swings and pulls it foul. Pitch is outside, makes the count full, 3-2. Here comes the 3-2. Nice pitch, but that's hit hard down the foul line. That's fair. Martin's going to round first, going for second. She's going to round second. She's not even thinking about slowing up. Going to third. Throw is late, and it is a stand-up triple for Kylie Martin on a hard hit ball out to left field. That is going to bring up number 7, Hannah Gabbard. She's 1 for 1 with a single already, and she's looking to make some more noise here. Here comes the pitch to Gabbard. It's high, ball number 1. Man, I go back to that throw that Avery Jenkins made.
That's great.
You just don't see that very much. That's a fantastic throw from her. 1-0, pitch coming. Hit hard out to the third baseman. Third baseman has it. She's going home, and now they're going to get her in a pickle. The ball is dropped. Runner is safe over at first. She's going to second. So,
you know, that was a good heads-up play. They could have gone to first and probably got the out and ended the inning, but they wanted to make sure that runner didn't come in.
Yeah, Chrislyn Jones went home trying to stop the runner, and with as fast as player as Gabbard, it's going to be hard to get her anyways as Estridge drills it there on the first pitch. That gets past left field. One run's going to cross the plate. Here comes the second run. Estridge is around in second. She's heading to third. Throw is coming in. It is going to be not there, and that's a stand-up triple for J.C. Estridge and drives in 2 more runs, and that makes this thing 11-0. That'll bring up Maddie Messer.
The lefty.
Pitch coming to Messer. It's inside ball. Oh, strike.
She's coming.
J.C. Estridge is heading home. Touches home plate, and that'll be 12th run here in the first inning. That was a good pitch by Kelsey, finding that inside corner of the plate. 0-1 count to Maddie Messer. Pitches outside. Ball 1. Pitch is hit on the ground. That's going to be right between first and second base. Gets past right field. Maddie Messer's rounding second, heading to third. She might get inside the park home run here. She's rounding third. She's going to the house. She's going to try to make it all 4 bases. Great throw from short, but it's not going to be in time. And Maddie Messer, an inside the park home run to make this thing 13-0. That'll bring up number 4, Kinley Judd. So nobody on, 2 outs here. It's high, ball number 1. Comes the pitch. It's hit. Might be a blooper. It does get down, and that's going to be a single for Kinley Judd. That'll bring up number 8, Tilly Truitt. Pitch coming to Hurt. It's high, ball number 1. Pitch is inside, ball number 2. 2-0 coming. It's outside ball 3. Hitters count for Tilly Truitt.
Behind the plate there, Avery does not care to threaten to throw that ball down.
She's fantastic behind the plate. Here comes the 3-0 to Truitt. It's low and inside. Ball number 4.
Here it comes. Oh, well.
That'll bring it number 11, Marley Coffey.
I believe Marley had a good hit last at bat, didn't she?
She did. 13-0. Here is the score in the bottom of the first inning. That will bring up Marley Coffey. First pitch coming to her. Hit hard. Andrea Napier has it at short, throws it over, tags base at second. So good job there by Andrea Napier, but damage done. Jackson County puts 13 on the board here in the bottom of the first inning. We'll be back here for the top of the second on Eastern Broadcasting. Welcome back, top 2. Jackson leads this one 13-0. It's going to bring up number 15, Zoe Reed. JC Estridge stays in the mound. First pitch coming to Zoe is high and outside. Ball 1.
I'm not sure what the dugout's saying.
Oh, it's get it going, ball, get it going, get it going. Yeah. 1-0 pitch coming to Zoe. Swung and a miss, strike 1. One. Zoe Reed steps back in. Pitch on its way. Swung on, hit foul, backing out of play.
Almost made it on 38.
1-2. Here comes a 1-2. She tosses it up. Shortstop has it, throws over to first. That is a fantastic play at short. My goodness.
Yep.
Zoe Reed has speed, but Kylie Martin went over and got that and made a fantastic throw over to first.
That was extremely close, though.
That was a great, great play by Kylie Martin. My goodness. That was a good hit ball by Zoe Reed. That'll bring up number 14, Chrislyn Jones. One down here in the top of the second. Pitch coming. It's high, ball 1. One 1-0 to Chrislyn. It's in there, strike one, good pitch, paints the outside corner. Chrislin steps back in, 1-1. Pitch on its way, it's high, ball 2. Two, 1. Pitch coming. It's in there, strike 2, evens up the count right here at 2-2. Two pitch coming. Swing and miss, strike 3, second out of the inning as Jones strikes out, and that will bring up number 7, Chloe Perkins. 2 down here, top second. First pitch coming, swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1. Great crowd here tonight at Huff Park at Susie Moody Field. Next pitch, low, ball 1. One count. Chloe Perkins at the plate. Comes the 1-1. It's outside, ball 2. Estridge has been trying to find the outside corner there several times. Might have tried to get Chloe Perkins to chase there. Comes a 2-1. It's low and in the dirt. Ball 3, 3-1. Harlan All-Stars looking to get their first base runner of the game.
I believe I may have taken the hit on that one. She stepped back and.
If you're Perkins, you're expecting a strike here.
Yep.
Pitch on the way.
There it
Foul
was.
tip. Full count, 3-2. Here we go. That's strike number 3. So 1, 2, 3 in there for the Harlan All-Stars. It's the middle of the second inning. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Eastern Broadcast and Streaming Network. Welcome back. Bottom of the second inning. Hadley Stewart at the plate for the Jackson County All-Stars. She hits it hard out to left field. That's a deep hit ball. Rolls to the fence. My goodness, Hadley Stewart tees off on the first pitch that she sees, and that is going to be a stand-up double for her. Sheesh.
It was a hard hit.
Yeah, she pulled that. I mean, that wasn't too far of being out there at the track. So runner on second. That brings up number 41, Kaylee Ann Yount. First pitch is in there for a strike.
Ooh.
Second pitch is way inside. Ball number 1. 1-1. Swung on, hit hard to short. Andrea Napier knocks it down. There's not going to be a throw there. So that's going to be an infield single and a hard hit ball, and that's going to be runners on the corner for Jackson County, and that will bring up number 27, Josie Scalf. First pitch to Josie is high, ball 1. Runner's going to take second, Kaylee Agnon. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Jackson County. 1-0. That one's high, ball 2. 2-0 count. Third pitch is way high and inside. 3-0 count, so hitters count here for Scalf. Reminder, we'll be back here with you tomorrow night at 7. Third pitch is, fourth pitch is strike. The loser of this one will play
Hazard Perry.
Hazard Perry. That pitch is hit in the air to center. Can't make the play. So that's going to roll away to the fence. 1 run's going to score, cross the plate. The second runner is going to be Yount. She crosses the plate, throw is home. Is not in time, and that's a 2-run triple there for Josie Scalf. And Jackson County continues to just hit the ball hard. I'll bring up number 22, Carmen Yount. First pitch to Carmen. It's high, ball 1. Tough position to be in if you're the Harlan All-Stars. You know, hate it for them. It's tough. That ball's hit out to first. It's going to roll foul. But these are tough girls. They'll keep playing hard.
Oh yeah.
And they'll bounce back. So again, like I said, just an impressive showing here from Jackson County. Two one. Ball's high, 3-1. Runner over at third. Comes a 3-1. It's outside ball number 4. Yount's going to go down to first. That's going to get us to the top of the lineup, and that's going to get us Kylie Martin, who feels like she's batted about 5 times thus far. Just hit the ball hard every time. Kylie made a fantastic play over at short last inning. First pitch is low in the dirt. Ball 1. Runner's coming home, and runner's going to be safe. And Carmen Yount's going to go to third. So Scalf slides in. That was a tough play by Jenkins to try to get up and make that play. Just couldn't get there in time. So runner crosses the plate. That'll be 16-0 for Jackson County. One ball, no strikes. Martin will step back in. Pitch on its way. Swung on, hit hard out to left. She might have pulled that one foul. We've seen that happen a couple of times. They just hit the ball right on the button and then just turned on it a little bit too quick and hit it foul. So. Runner standing over on third. Pitch on its way. Tie. Ball 2.
Runner's thinking about coming home.
Good job there by Avery Jenkins to block that in the end.
Jenkins is a very, very aggressive catcher.
Yeah. Does a really good job.
Oh, yes.
1 ball, 1 strike to Martin. It's outside. Yount's going to attempt to go down again. She's just standing there begging for the throw. So 3-1 is the count, actually.
3-1?
That's what, yeah. Here comes the 3-1 to Martin. It's hit hard out to left. It's going to be an RBI, at least a single. Martin's going to round first, go to second. She's going to try to make it there. Throw comes in, not in time. Martin has a stand-up double, another RBI. And that will bring up number 7, Hannah Gabbard. Coach Snell's going to change pitchers. And Zoe Reed is going to come in to pitch. We'll take a quick break as she warms up. We'll be right back here on Eastern Broadcasting. Welcome back. Zoe Reed is now on the mound for Harlan All-Stars as Hannah Gabbard steps in. We'd like to thank our sponsors. First pitch, Loan in the Dirt Ball 1, Black Bear Tire for all your tire needs. J&J Fencing and Pool for all your fencing, pool, and spa needs. Patel Law for all your law needs.
Legal needs.
HLT Check Exchange for all of your checking exchange needs.
Loans, that type of thing.
Countryside Flooring for all your flooring needs. Clover Fork Clinic for all your medical needs. Freedom Fireworks for all your that pitch is way inside. Firework needs.
Mm-hmm.
J&J Tax for all your tax needs. 421 Vendors Mall for all your
anything.
For anything.
They've got everything.
Anything that you need. The Portal
if you're hungry.
If you're hungry. J&J Creamery.
If you want dessert.
Yeah, all your dessert. Attorney Scott Lisenby.
Legal needs again.
Legal needs. Great throw by Avery Jenkins.
God is
Not
safe.
there in time, though. Don Super Saver for a variety of all different types of things. And Amy Thomas Miller, CPA. Thank you to our sponsors for putting us on the air. And thank you to you viewers for tuning in here with us once again here this evening. 3-0 count to Hannah Gabbard. And that pitch is going to be high ball 4. So runners in the corners. Still nobody out here. And J.C. Estridge will come to the plate. JC has hit the ball hard this evening. Very, very hard. First pitch to her is way outside. That's going to score a run. As Martin crosses the plate, Hannah Gabbard goes to second. 18-0 is the score. Estridge will step back in. Runner on second. Nobody out. Pitch is hit hard to short. Can't make the play. Runner's going to go around third and head for home. That's going to be another run scored there on the RBI single by J.C. Estridge as Gabbard crosses the plate. And that makes it 19-0. That's going to bring up Maddie Messer. First pitch coming. It's hit. Bloop. It's going to be out to left field. It's going to be fair. Gets past everybody. Runners on first and second.
She started to come third. Third base coach said, no, no, no. Held her up at second.
Hold up. So 2 on, nobody out, still here, and that's going to bring up number 4, Kinley Judd. Kinley will step in. First pitch coming to her. It's in there, strike 1. Good pitch there. From Reed. 0-1. Second pitch coming. It's hit in the air. That might get down as well. It is going to get down. They'll say, I don't know what happened. Runner at first is out. Must have moved off the bag before that came along. 0-1. Runner on second is out. She moved off the bag before the pitch. So 2 outs. Jubb will step back to the plate. Pitch coming to her. Tie ball 1. Pitch coming. It's inside. That'll be strike. Pitch on its way. Swung on, hit on the ground. Andrea Napier goes over to get it. Throw to first is
I think she got
there,
it.
and that's out number 3. But, man, Jackson County, just a barrage of runs there. They lead this one 19-0. We're going to 3 here at the Little League All-Star Tournament. We'll be right back on Eastern Broadcasting. Welcome back. Top 3. Zion Hardaway will be up to bat for the Harlan All-Stars. First pitch is high and inside by 1. It'll be, I think, Carmen Yon on the mound for Jackson County All-Stars. Harlan looking to make something happen here in the top of the 3rd inning. 1-0 pitch. It's hit in the air.
Good
Nice
hard hit. She
contact
made it
there
over
by
the fence.
Zion.
Made it over the net. You don't
This
see
goes-
that often.
This goes foul. One. Pitch coming. It's outside, ball 2. Two, 1 pitch. Coming from Yance. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Good pitch there by Yount. Good cut by Zion Hardaway. Just misses it. Evens up the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch coming. It's hit on the ground.
Good hit.
That's gonna be
Perfect
a
placement
hit there for Zion Hardaway. Good
She
job
made
by her, and that's the first base runner of the game. Good bit of hitting there by Zion. Way to go for her, just hanging in there. That will bring up number 11, Blakely Snellen. First pitch coming to Blakely. It's inside, ball one. As Yount throws down to first. Not in time.
Close,
1-0.
though.
Yeah. Good throw there by Yount. Comes the 1-0. It's ball two. See if the Harlan All-Stars can get something going here. Two-0. Swung on. It's hit in the air. Carmen Yount runs over to get it. Nobody there. And that's going to be an infield single as runners going to third. But they get her at third. So nice throw there from first base over to third base, and Zion Hardaway is tagged out at third. So runner on first. It'll bring up number 9, Natalie Creech. One down here in the top of the third inning.
Got timeout while they tie their shoe.
That's hit hard, but foul. 0-1. Pitch coming from Yount. Good eye there by Natalie Creech. Ball one. One. Just misses outside. Ball two. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Evens up the count at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike number 3. Runner's going to go to second. Throws not in time, so a stolen base there from Blakely Snellen. Natalie Creech strikes out. That'll be the second out of the inning. That will bring up number 3, Cora Vanover. So runner on second, 2 down. Cora steps in. First pitch score is high, ball one. One out to Cora. Next pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. As Blakely Snellen steals third. Good job there. 1-1. Coming to Cora. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. One, two. It's in there, strike 3. That'll be the third out of the inning, and that will be the game. Jackson County will win this one 19-0, and they will move on to the championship of this one. The Harlan All-Stars will play Hazard Perry tomorrow, and the winner of that will face Jackson once again. So good job there by Jackson County. Good competition there from both teams. And we are happy to be bringing all this to you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back here on Eastern Broadcasting for our MVP and Player of the Game. Welcome back. I am here with our MVP of the game from Jackson County, JC Estridge. JC, I have watched you play for 3 games now, and I must say, you are fantastic. Like, you were great on the mound tonight, and every time you came up to the plate, you hit the ball really hard. So my question is, how long have you been playing softball?
Probably about 6 or 7 years.
Okay, you can tell. You guys play really well together. From the top of your lineup all the way down, I mean, everybody seemed like they hit the ball really hard tonight. Do you have a lot of confidence in your teammates that everybody can kind of get their thing going and you guys can win?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you've also pitched that you've got several pitchers on your team. How does it feel like coming out there? Some games you only pitch one in, and then you got somebody else coming in the next. Do you like that, or do you want to just keep pitching?
I like it pretty good. I think it's good that everybody gets a chance to get out there and pitch and just play.
Yeah, I think so too. One of the things I can tell about your all's team, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you guys just have a lot of fun and a lot of fun playing together and with each other. How long have most of you all been playing together?
Oh, we've played together since we were 7.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a couple funny questions here, and I've asked your teammates this the last couple of days. So the first thing would be, who is the funniest player on your team?
Probably Marley Coffee.
Okay, Marley Coffee. Who is the player that you would trust the most with your life?
Hadley Stewart.
Okay, Hadley Stewart. And then tell me something that your coach says to you all the time. So, like, this is your chance to kind of act like your coach. What is something that one of your coaches says to you all the time?
We can be beat by anybody at any time.
All right, so that's what you hear all the time. JC Estridge, great job. That is our MVP of the game. We look forward to seeing you again. You guys play Tuesday, correct?
Yes.
All right, good luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we will have our player of the game from Jackson County, and that will be number 31, Kylie Martin. Kylie, great game. I think you had a triple and you had some other things. You all batted like 4 times in 2 innings. How did it feel just that everybody had their back going and you guys scored a lot of runs?
It felt amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome, wasn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
It seems like as the tournament goes along, you guys are getting more and more comfortable playing here. Was it kind of your all's goal from the onset just to come here and try to win the whole championship?
Absolutely.
Do you think that you guys can?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You said that. You was like, yeah. Like, what are you thinking? Even asking me that question. I'm gonna ask you the same questions I asked JC. All right. Who is the teammate that you would trust the most with your life?
Maddie Messer.
Maddie Messer. Okay. Who is the funniest player on your team?
Marley Coffee.
Okay. So a couple people said that. And what is one thing that your coach says to you all the time?
Oh, gosh.
I'm putting you on the spot here. This is tough.
Kylie, pay attention.
So you have a hard time paying attention?
Absolutely.
Why?
I'm just kind of squirrel.
Okay, it's just all over the place. Well, listen, great game tonight. I look forward to seeing you Tuesday, and I can tell you if you guys keep playing like that, you're going to be really hard to be beat. So great job tonight. We look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.
That was Kylie Martin. Great job by Jackson County. They win this one 19-0. They will play again on Tuesday. Thank you guys for tuning. Oh, well, we have some more players coming up. Sorry, I keep doing that. I don't know why I keep doing that. Okay. Well, here we go. We now have our player of the game from Avery doesn't want to put on the headset. You can go ahead and put on the headset, Avery. I thought I was signing off, so that was my fault. But now we have our player of the game from the Harlan All-Stars. It'll be Avery Jenkins. Avery, tough game tonight, but I thought one of the things that I really liked about what you guys did was I thought that you guys kept playing hard the whole entire time, and I thought that you guys had a lot of energy on your bench. Was it important for you guys to just, like, keep playing hard no matter what the score was?
Yeah.
Is that I mean, I know it is, but is that like a tough scenario where you're not really having your best game, but, you're still having to be out there and do your best?
Yeah. I feel like it can be hard sometimes whenever we all get down, but we all end up cheering up each other.
Absolutely. I think y'all do a really good job with that. Avery, one thing that I can tell you, and I thought you did a really good job, you had a fantastic throw. And you probably, I don't know if you heard me up here, I was bragging on you pretty hard. When you made that throw from the catcher's mound to second base and got the runner out, you have a cannon, like you're always running people back to their bases, and I think, I don't know if there's anybody out here that can throw harder than you. So, how long have you been playing catcher?
Well, I started playing Little League for catcher. I kind of got just threw into it.
Okay.
And, ever since it's 1 or 2 years of catching.
Do you think you can, throw the hardest on the team?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay, you was trying to be humble there. You said most likely. One thing I know about you guys is that you guys are going to bounce back. You still got another game to play. So, you guys will play again tomorrow. You play Hazard Perry. How does it feel knowing that, hey, tonight's not the end, you're going to get a chance to play again?
It feels good that we get to play again and we don't get to just doubt ourselves the whole time.
Yeah.
And we actually can make a comeback.
So now you just get that one out of your head. You come back out here tomorrow, and then you hopefully get a victory. Yeah, great game, Avery, and I look forward to seeing you play tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Avery. All right, that was our player of the game, Avery Jenkins. And up next, we will have Zoe Reed, our MVP. Zoe, you look kind of nervous. Are you? Just why? Don't be nervous. Zoe, played a great game tonight. Things didn't turn out the way that you wanted to. I asked you the same thing I asked Avery. Does it feel good knowing that you're going to get the chance to come back out and play again tomorrow, and that tonight really wasn't the end of it?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel like tonight? What kind of happened? What do you think went wrong tonight? How could you guys have, kind of improved?
I feel like everybody was just like kind of down.
Yeah.
Where everybody kept scoring and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like the outfield probably could have like got the ball quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Stuff
yeah,
sucked.
it's just it was a tough game. Jackson County's a really good team. But one thing I know about you guys is that you guys will play really hard, and you're going to look to bounce back tomorrow. So I'm going to ask you a couple funny questions, Zoe, because we've done the serious stuff. So who do you think is the funniest player on your team?
Lynn Jones.
Why would you say she's the funniest for?
Because every time she gets mad and stuff, she just gets out of control.
She just starts
sometimes.
acting crazy, okay?
Yes.
Who is the player on your team that you would trust with your life?
Chloe Perkins.
Chloe why her?
Because she's basically the only true friend I have.
Okay,
of us.
all right. Now, what is one thing that one of your coaches says to you all the time? So this is your chance to kind of like act like one of your coaches. What is something that they say to you all the time?
He loves us a lot.
Okay, that's a positive thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, well, good. Zoe, great game tonight. I look forward to watching you play again tomorrow. And listen, you did great on the interview.
Thank you.
So how about since you got the nerves past you, next time you can come put the headset on, you can call the game, and I'll go sit out there and watch everybody.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Sounds
All
like
right.
a deal.
That was good. All right. That was our MVP, Zoe Reed. Thank you, Zoe, for coming on. Fist bump, bam, and thank you, everybody, for tuning in with us tonight here on Eastern Broadcasting. We will be back here tomorrow for Kerrigan and Sean. I am Andrew Williams signing off and saying we'll see you again tomorrow night as Harlan All-Stars will play Hazard Perry here on the Eastern Broadcasting Streaming Network.
This has been a production of Eastern Broadcasting.